So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use screen command to prevent premature termination of your interactive sessions. So sometimes you have started an interactive session, you are doing an analysis, and let's say your data is large or complex. At the same time, the command you're running could take significant amount of time. But for some reason, you want to do this analysis in an interactive session rather than submitting a script. So that interactive session may run for, let's say, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, and maybe sometimes even longer. And if you leave it like that, then what happens is the server will keep monitoring your connection. And if it doesn't receive any input from your keyboard or from your terminal, it's going to think that that connection is no longer in use and then basically terminates that connection. So in order to keep that connection active, what it requires is you keep hitting one of the keys, some key on your keyboard. So it keeps sending some sort of a like message to the screen, letting it know that this particular connection you are having is active. But this is not really a good way of actually keeping your session alive, because you have to be constantly around your keyboard. So what are the options for us to keep these interactive sessions going on without we being interfering with it? And these sessions are available for a long period of time. Sometimes it may be possible that you started certain analysis in an interactive environment. At some point of time, you want to just stop and would like to continue at a later point of time. How can screen command help in that? So I'm going to demonstrate on Xanadu cluster. So I have logged on to the cluster already. So if I type the command host name, it tells me that I am on HPC ext4. So it's really important that whenever you are using a screen command, to make a note of which submit node are you on. So I am on HPC ext4. So here what I can do, I can start a screen session. I can say screen -s and then give this particular session a name, demo1. So what it is going to do is that screen command going to create a virtual screen named demo1. Now this virtual screen, I can start an interactive session, and it has started an interactive session, and I can verify it by using the hostname command that I am on one of the compute nodes. The terminal which you are looking at now, which is part of the screen, works like a regular terminal. So here you can load modules, you can load packages, load your environment, load your data, and start doing analysis. So let's say your analysis is going on, or you want to just stop at some point of time. Then what you do, you detach this screen. In order to detach the screen, what you're going to press is Control A and D. I'm just typing for the information. You don't have to type it. You have to press Control, keep pressing Control, then you press A, keep pressing A, both of them together, then hit D. So Control A and D. What is going to give you, display a message that your screen demo1 is detached. It also provides you a number which can help you recognize that particular screen. So this is one, you created one screen, that's where the analysis you're doing. So in another use of screen is like you have two projects. So one of the projects you're analyzing in demo1, you want to analyze another project in another screen, so that you can keep them separate. So you can use screen -s and you can create another screen. So here I'm going to create demo2. And that's going to start my second screen. And here I can again start an interactive session here. And I can do the analysis as whatever commands I am executing here. I can execute for which are specific to second project. Can load modules, load environments, whichever I need, Conda environments or Python environments, and I can detach it. I can say Control A and D, and that screen is detached. Now I have two screen sessions running. So let's say you log back on the cluster, and you don't know how many screen sessions you have and what their numbers or names are. So you can list out all your screen sessions by screen -ls, and it's going to list out that these are the two screen sessions that you are running. Now you can now what I want to do is I want to attach one of the screens. Now that screen which I detached lives into the cluster, and it's always active, and it prevents the server to disconnect or abort that particular connection or abort my interactive session. So what I want to do is I want to connect back to one of the screen sessions to keep continuing the analysis. Or the command for reconnecting is screen -r and then the screen number or name, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to provide the screen number. So I'm going to attach to screen 3819, which is demo 1, and it takes me back where I have left it. So here I can again keep continuing my commands like analysis, whatever I'm doing. And so command 2 is not a command, but what I mean to say is you type your command, keep going your analysis. Let's say again you would say, okay, I want to stop it at this point and want to come out. So you can detach it, Control A and D. What will do is going to detach this screen as it has done previously. So again, if you say screen dash ls, you can see those two screens reside. So you can keep attaching and detaching these screens, and you can attach the screen, do the analysis. Want to stop it, you can just detach it. So the interactive sessions will not be killed. So if I do SQ, you can see there is basically one interactive session. This was in the demo 1, because demo 2 I didn't run any interactive session, but you can run an interactive session in both of those ones. So let's say I have finished my analysis, everything is being good, and I want to close these screen sessions. How should I close that one? So I can say screen dash S, and whichever the screen I want to kill. So let's say a demo 2 I am no longer using, so I'll say 4552, and then I'm going to use the command dash X, and we will type quit. Screen dash uppercase S, screen number dash X, uppercase X, and then quit. Now if I go back and check for screen dash ls, the demo 2 is no longer there. That screen has been now terminated. Only screen 1 is available right now, or the demo 1 screen is available. So one thing towards the end which I want to really highlight, and which is very important to understand, that these screens which we have created resides on a specific submit node. So these screens are only residing on HPC ext4. That's where I am creating these screens. So if I log in again, and let's say I land upon HPC ext3 or ext2 or ext1, then I will not be able to see these screens, because this screen is only can be seen if I log back again on HPC ext4. Or similarly, if you created the screen sessions on HPC ext1, those screens resides on HPC ext1. You log on any other one, you will not be able to see it. So if you want to reconnect to these screens, you have to come back and log in on exactly the same submit node. How you can do that? You can either watch one of the previous videos I have basically created around logging on to a specific a specific submit node, or briefly I can say here that you can use SSH user ID. So my user ID is vsync. So let's say I want to connect to HPC ext4. I will be typing SSH in my Mac terminal, SSH space vsync at, I will be saying hpc-ext4.cam.uchc.edu. So that will specifically, if I hit return, is going to specifically connect me to HPC ext4. All right, so this way you can come back, and when you list and you log back and you type command screen dash ls, is going to display you the screens. You can attach that screen, keep continuing your analysis, and once you're done with the analysis, kill the screens. Don't leave too many screens active, because they're not really of use. Sometimes they are problematic. If let's say we are rebooting a particular node and screens are there, there could be an issue. So it's always good to basically, once you're done with the screen session, kill the screen session by using the command which I have shown over here. Okay. So this is about how you can use screen to run an interactive sessions. You can create as many screens as possible, but keep a track of which screen you are creating on which submit node, because that's really crucial to log back on those particular screens and continue your analysis. Thank you for watching it.